Great, just great. Leave it to that stupid space elf to ruin everything.
What even was your plan?
Shut up, I had one. And it was a good one, too. Lots of mayhem and terrible jokes. Very exciting stuff.
You had nothing.
It was gonna be awesome. Well, Bachev will be waiting to ambush us if we go near Earth now. We need an advantage. And I think I know just where to get one. And until I get one, I present to Noah in the next episode, The Arsenal of Freedom. We start with the captain, dropping his log. They've been ordered to the Lorenz cluster to investigate the disappearance of the USS Drake. The Drake was there investigating why all intelligent life on the planet Minos disappeared before it did the same. For context, the Minosians dealt arms almost exclusively as an economy. Riker reveals he was offered the Drake, but turned it down to be first officer on the Enterprise. What? Who demotes themselves? He says he couldn't pass up serving on the Enterprise, but I bet he runs from promotions, because Riker is actually the kind of guy to hide behind his position. Data's scans show no intelligent life, but something has scanned their language banks and is hailing them. They need a firewall or something, Jesus. They answer, and it's that ghost from the subway. He was just a professional, doing his job, but now he's just a recording, a planetary greeting pitch of sorts. Picard notes if that messaging system is active, so might other systems, including weapons. They'll have to go down there. But, really? Do you? Not leave a note for Starfleet not to come near here, or to send an actual cleanup crew? Screw it. Epic titles. We come back in, on Minos. I hate when the background is just an uncomped blue screen. So fucking lazy. Riker, Data, and Yar beam down and notice their communications are being monitored. They find melted tritanium and a giant frickin' laser. Looks like the Honey I Shrunk the Kids laser. Riker is led to an energy buildup and finds Captain Rice of the Drake, who Riker had revealed was an Academy buddy of his. Riker is happy to see him, but Rice is acting like a robot. Riker is informed of low-level energy readings, but no life on the planet besides the away team. Rice looks like a white guy with orange face makeup trying to be Edward James Olmos. He asks Riker who sent him, and Riker literally hits him with, "Your mother." Riker jerks the fake Rice around, saying he's on the good ship Lollipop when Rice asks too many questions about the Enterprise. Riker also calls fake Rice out on not knowing his first name. This causes the image of Rice to disappear and for the projector drone to be revealed. The drone hits Riker with a kind of energy field stasis bubble, and Yar blows the drone away. Picard asks if Riker's alive, and Data says unknown, but he's clearly alive and trying his best not to wobble back and forth. Picard decides to go down himself and takes Crusher, leaving Geordi in charge again. Who let you out of engineering? Down on the planet, he orders Data to remove the field around Riker by just blasting it continuously with a phaser at full power. That doesn't sound like a bad idea at all. Just then, another assassin drone attacks, this time with lasers. Everyone cheeses it but Data, who's too much a G to be bothered. Crusher almost falls into a hole, and then just throws her medical shit in the hole for no reason. Then Picard knocks them both in anyway. Holy shit, they fell like 35 feet, and got covered in an inch of dirt somehow. Also, I think Crusher might be hurt. I mean, not surprising considering that fall could easily kill you. Throw up the X. Up top, Yar tries to phaser the drone, but this one anticipates her shots, and evades. She has to have Data help bait and destroy it. Down with Picard, and the Doctor has a nice head bump and a lovely broken arm. She's acting like she needs air rescue, and says it's bad. Woman, last time I broke my arm, I said, damn it, again? Then walked to my car and drove myself one-armed to the emergency room, because an ambulance would cost like $3,000. Y'all's perfect life bubble has made y'all way too soft. She's acting like her back is broken, and Picard can't reach the Enterprise, of course. Back up top, Data frees Riker when he cranks his phaser to 11 and blasts the field. Really glad his reaction time was quick enough to stop blasting as it dissipated, or adios Riker. Riker was stuck for no reason but to get Picard and Crusher down. But moving on, cause they are, Worf is alerted to an invisible object off their bow, as it fires on them. Oh look, more random helmsmen we'll never see again. This one even got a name, Ensign Sue. Bye, Sue. Whatever's attacking them fires, then seems to disappear to somewhere else to fire again. Each attack more powerful than the last, and the ship can't take much more of this, Captain. Chief Engineer Logan says, wait, hold up. Who? Chief Engineer Logan? Who the fuck is that guy? $20, he's never in another episode. Jesus Christ. This is only there because they needed Geordi on the bridge, so they backpedaled to engineer roulette again. Logan comes to the bridge and boldly challenges Geordi's authority, demanding control of the ship. He's actually a dick about it, and quite out of line. He's also ignoring his duties for a power struggle, just saying. While all this happens, they keep cutting to Troy, looking sullen. That's all she does again. Anyway, back down on the planet. The surface team is attacked by another assassin drone, and this time it has shields. 2 phasers have no effect, 3 blow it up. But the problem remains. Another will come in its place, and it will be yet again upgraded.
You are being hailed.
On screen. Hello, I am Sephiroth Dexter Morgan Mudd. Hard pass. I have women and drugs for sale. I'll beam you over. Back with Picard. He's keeping Crusher alert when he discovers another wound on her leg. She's in and out of lucidity, and seemingly lost a lot of blood from her leg. She says it needs a clotting agent, but it's been buried in sand. Instead, she makes him chew roots to put on the wound. She guides him through treating her for shock, and he goes to look for a way out. Back on the bridge, they think they've mapped out the attack pattern of their cloaked enemy, and try to attack back blindly, but miss, and Geordi calls Logan to the bridge. We learn the other Expendable's name too, but screw him. They're getting out of there. They warp away, and Geordi tells Logan they'll separate the ship, and he's to take the saucer section to the nearest starbase. Geordi will separate in the battle bridge and hightail it back to Minos. All of this was the same footage as from Encounter at Farpoint, by the way. But whatever, back on the planet, Picard finds the weapons control console, and the recorded salesman appears and explains the system has been attacking them in some kind of glitched sales pitch. This was the problem with the weapon all along. It learns how to kill and to survive, but never to stop. And it killed everyone on Minos. The away team find the hole and shout to the captain. Data jumps down and sets to Crusher. Back on the battle bridge, Geordi gives a pep talk and owns his command while prepping to re-enter Minos orbit. Down on the surface, Yar says stupid shit about one of them should die as a distraction so the other could get out of range of a flying drone that wiped out a planet. Because another one has arrived, more deadly than ever. Picard tells the answering machine salesman that he's made a sale and to end the demonstration, which is done, and the drone dematerializes, but Geordi is still being attacked. They take the battle bridge into the atmosphere, betting the attacker will follow and reveal itself with its turbulence wake. This works, and they blast it. But why didn't this one dematerialize also? They beam the crew back aboard. Picard demands Geordi hand the ship back to him in one piece, and we report Crusher will be fine. Set warp for credits, and the other half of the ship. Engage. This episode was very middle of the road. It's a good story, but there's a lot wrong with the execution, in typical first season style. Real time. The Arsenal of Freedom, originally airing on April 11th, 1988, is remembered for its intense action and thoughtful exploration of themes related to war, commerce, and trust. The story was penned by Maurice Hurley, who saw the plot as commentary on the sale of American Grumman F-14 Tomcats to Iran. Exploring the dangers of advanced autonomous weaponry was timely in the 1980s, reflecting Cold War anxieties about arms proliferation and the increasing automation of warfare. The idea of a civilization destroyed by its own creation serves as a cautionary tale. The title itself, The Arsenal of Freedom, is ironic, as the planet's weaponry led to the annihilation of its own people. Sounds like America on a long enough timeline. The episode's visuals were notable for their time, particularly the depiction of the automated weapons. Practical effects were heavily employed, with models and early CGI techniques used to bring the autonomous drones to life. Dan Curry created the drones out of a pantyhose container and a shampoo bottle. The jungle setting of Minos was filmed on a soundstage at Paramount Studios, with careful attention paid to the creation of an alien, yet believable environment. The use of fog machines, artificial plants, and creative lighting helped to simulate an alien world while maintaining the limitations of a soundstage. Would have been nice if they comped in a background. Here, I'll bloody do it for you. look at that. The original story had Picard injured, and Crusher revealing her feelings for him while trying to save him from dying. Roddenberry did not want to do a love story, and had it changed. Les Landau, the director of the episode, made the suggestion to switch their roles around, which would take them each out of their elements. Stewart's scenes allowed him to explore Picard's leadership style in a crisis, balancing command decisions with personal bravery. LaForge is thrust into a command role in this episode, providing a significant moment of growth. Burton's portrayal of LaForge's struggles with command decisions and the weight of responsibility added depth to a character that had been somewhat underutilized up to this point in the series. The tension between LaForge and Chief Engineer Logan, played by Vito Ruginas, also highlighted the challenges of leadership in a crisis. Vincent Schiavelli, known for his distinctive look and character roles, played the holographic salesman of the Minos weapon system. His performance was both eerie and darkly humorous, embodying the perils of unrestrained capitalism and automation. Schiavelli's portrayal added a layer of unsettling charm to the episode, making the weapon system's sale pitch simultaneously absurd and terrifying. The episode serves as a critique of advanced weaponry that operates without human oversight, reflecting concerns that remain relevant today. The planet Minos represents the potential consequences of a society that prioritizes weapons development over all else. Also, both Picard and LaForge face leadership challenges in this episode, each out of their normal environments, emphasizing the importance of quick decision-making, responsibility, and trust in leadership roles. Upon airing, the episode was well received, particularly for its action sequences and the performances of the main cast. But it definitely isn't one of the most iconic episodes of The Next Generation. However, the episode is often praised for its exploration of relevant themes and its contribution to the development of key characters, particularly Geordi LaForge. This episode's cautionary message about autonomous weapons has only grown more pertinent in the decades since its airing, making the episode itself more important than ever. Well, thanks for the supplies and the holodeck. I've literally been dying for one of these for over a year. And the space oregano. I could hug you. No one is stopping you. Computer wanted to beam out,